What's good, people? What's good, people? Welcome back to another episode of We Said What We Said. Let me bring my man. Oh Lord, he didn't went out again. I had Timmy with me, but y'all know how Timmy do. He be traveling and stuff. So let me fix this thing here so we can get these comments up. Give me 1 second here. Fix this. Make this public. And Timmy and Demetrius should be joining me momentarily. Like I said, I had Timmy on before, but I guess the connection went out, so he'll log back in just a few. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. At least joining me for right now. Uh, got the got this dog walk at Lambeau Field on over here on my iPad, so be keeping an eye on that. So I hope everybody's doing good. As for me, I'm doing well. I can't complain. Uh, it's been a minute since me and the fellas been on live with you. Yes, Valerie. How about them Cowboys? Uh, that was definitely my early show. I thank you for that. Um, like I said, like I was saying, it's been a minute since me and the fellas was on. We've all had some things to do. I've been working some crazy hours and stuff, and and other people, and the fellas got some things going on too. So we back tonight. We sorry we didn't get back to you last week like we had promised, but I promise we're gonna do a better job of trying to get back to the weekly thing. We definitely want to try to, at least I want to try back to getting back to doing these shows live with all of us together. I think it definitely makes for much stronger conversation. As I can see, got about 21 people watching, so I want to appreciate you guys for hanging with us, coming in. It's been over a year since we've been doing this thing. We serious about it, you know. So first thing I want to give these guys some more time to come on. I know Timmy is on his way to the house, so need him to get situated here. But let's talk about. Well, here it comes now. What's good, bro? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? That would be on your end, not on my end, bro. Can you hear me now?
I don't think I can hear you. I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I got you then. I got you.
All right, man.
I apologize.
Now you good? You good? They know how you do.
My neighbor changes his Wi-Fi password.
Yeah, bro. They know how you do. They know you always on the move. What's been good with you, man? It's been a minute since we talked.
trying to trying to understand what's going on, dog. Can you see
About
me?
what?
I mean, just in general, man. Look, this world is crazy out here, man.
Say what now?
So this world is crazy, man. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on in this world, this crazy world.
No, that's right, man. I know that's right, man. Things have really gotten out of hand, man. Um, as some people may know, and I think you guys know, I've been doing working security at a club, uh, and there was a nobody got shot, but there was gunshots fired uh, Thursday night, and it was really some kids, of course, just shooting in the air, and with the club being right there on Spring Garden Street, man. Greensboro Police Department was already in the vicinity, so it ended up being little bit of a high speed chase. But the guys peeled out and tried to get away, but police caught them. Which I'm glad they did, man, because it's you're putting a lot of people's lives in danger that just come to the club to have fun.
Absolutely.
You're putting my life in danger, even though I'm suited up with bulletproof vest and I got my piece on me, but you're creating a bad situation, man. And I don't, just seem like it's the kids, man. I don't know what's wrong with these kids, man. They act like they the toughest people in the world, but won't square up for nothing. You know,
That's the problem, dog. I mean, that is the problem, dog. They shot 7 people and never got in one fist fight.
but and it and doing and working security, man. I see that a lot of these young kids feel like they just entitled for some reason. I don't know why. Uh, Maybe they need a good ass whooping when they was younger or something. I don't know,
But
man. But
punk ass parents raising punk ass kids.
yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But like I said, D had some stuff to take care of, man. So he said he's gonna join us a little momentarily. But this week we had the R. Kelly trial where he was found guilty on counts. Uh, I still don't understand how they put a racketeering charge on him. That's kind of something that's for mob bosses or something like that. But
It's crazy. It's crazy because it was under I think it was under the RICO statute, and
yeah,
he was the only person got arrested under.
yeah.
That
Now,
RICO is organized crime, so he couldn't be the only person in there. So that just tells you. That just tells you. Um, I'm glad we're talking about R. Kelly, man. I mean, honestly, because I've been seeing posts, and I have ever since he got arrested. I've been seeing posts, and people like, are you gonna still listen to R. Kelly music? I,
hell yeah,
I don't know how this gonna rub on somebody, but you damn right. I mean,
yeah,
I I,
exactly.
I I don't know him as a person, so I don't like him as a person. I like him and I know of him as an artist, and I like his music. His music hasn't changed. Music hasn't changed, so I'm gonna listen to R. Kelly.
Yeah, man.
I
We
mean,
got
it was a whole lot of love made to 12 play. Trust me.
thank you. Thank you. Won't a whole lot of kids being made too.
Yes, sir. At them 12, there's a whole lot of 12 play kids running around this motherfucker right now. So
I think if it's 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and they done made last call for alcohol, and you ain't found your little something yet, and Fiesta come on,
at Fiesta,
that's your last run.
hey, listen, you better be doing something.
Yeah, man. We got a comment from Quinta. She says, "I think the parents need to be held accountable." Also, I'm with her on that,
I
man.
agree. I
I
agree.
fully agree on that, but it seems like we won't see that or we won't hear about that.
I honestly think. I mean, even and you see this. It's not isolated to R. Kelly. It's isolated. I mean, it's to all entertainers. Parents are so hungry for attention and to be relevant that they'll pawn their kids off to any predator just to be relevant. You know, Michael Jackson. I remember Michael Jackson's trial. I remember stuff going on. It was a kid that he had met in I think Australia somewhere or whatever. Brought the family, brought the mom and dad and the kid there.
Yeah,
Showed them a good time.
right.
Sent the mom and dad away, and the kid stayed with a grown ass man. Come on, who does that?
Yeah. Who does that and who lets their kids stay there?
So, somebody who get a all expense paid trip anywhere in the world they want to go, and they selling their son's ass for it.
Yeah, man.
Terrible.
Yeah, and going back to R. Kelly, man, and I'm just gonna say this, and I know a lot of people try to deny the shit now, but and not to put myself out there, but the video back in the day, a lot of people saw it, and a lot of people turned a blind eye to it, and it
Oh, you
was
talking about the P video?
yeah, yeah, it was an issue then that should have been handled. Um, why it wasn't, I don't know. I know I think he beat a case before, but like I said earlier in the little promo video for the show, um, it was that Lifetime thing that
That
that did maybe a year or
surviving
so
R.
ago.
Kelly,
Yeah,
surviving
that's
R. Kelly. That's what set it off.
yeah. And I mean, did it really? Since when did Lifetime give a damn about what happens with R. Kelly or anything? But and that's not to be coming down on Lifetime, even though I could. But this is something that should have been nipped in the bud, I guess, a long time ago. Um, but like I said, I want to discuss those RICO charges, man. I'm thinking they tried to say he was running some kind of
Sex trafficking ring.
sex trafficking, whatever. Um, I don't know all the details of what went on in that house, and I don't want to know. But it's crazy, man. But I guess I guess you look at this and say, this was a long time coming for him, and I don't think I don't see him ever getting out of prison or whatever. I'm I don't think they've sentenced him yet, but I'm sure you're looking at a lot of time, and we gonna see how it go. I'm hearing that he kind of acted a fool in court when the verdict was read, but and there's no way I really can't feel sorry for him.
Man, you know
Not
why? You know why I don't feel sorry for him? Because at the height of his career, no disrespect to anybody, no disrespect to anybody, but he could have fucked and one of our baby's mom at any time. I mean, real talk. It wasn't many women out here that R. Kelly couldn't have sex with. All he had to do was be in the right position, but he chose to choose um, little little girls. Thank you, Pat. Thank you,
yeah,
Patrick, for letting us know.
appreciate that, Pat.
Yeah. Hey, look, for y'all don't know, Patrick Morgan is a alumnus of Reedsville. He is an attorney, and he is highly educated and highly motivated. And
A
I don't
huge
know how this is gonna
supporter
run.
of
So
this
he,
platform.
he is one of the good ones.
Yes,
Patrick Morgan is welcome in my house anytime, any day, any cookout we having.
he definitely invited to the cookout.
Listen, Patrick Morgan is the real deal. I appreciate him so much for what he's given us, the information he feeds us. And he doesn't just feed us information, hide. He don't throw rocks and hide his head, hide his hands. He stands with us. So Patrick Morgan is the man
Okay,
for me.
all right.
What's up?
I got a comment from Dana. She
Okay.
said, "I'm not understanding why there isn't an issue. There isn't a statute of limitations. Why there isn't a deadline where someone can be present charges on someone. Some of the stuff happened in the '90s. He is being accused of some old ass shit." Um, and I think Patrick, if you're still watching, man, I know I want you to comment on that as well. But my comment to that is, we just saw how they got Bill Cosby, yeah, and that was what, about 40 years ago.
That was
So
the 70s.
yeah, and I certainly don't think R. Kelly gonna do 3 years and be out.
Nah.
Yeah, I really think he gonna do some serious time. Um, and Dana, I do appreciate that question. Like I said, if you got that man, which he did respond. Let me see if I can get his response up here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. My other
Um,
device is down. I was gonna try to Google it. So I look
All right.
smart. I be googling the hell out of shit trying to be smart.
But Pat says many felonies don't have statutes of limitations. Misdemeanors do. And of course, this whole thing would not be a misdemeanor, of course. Um, but I think it's just, it looks like, to me, they've been trying to get R. Kelly for a long time. And it's kind of like with OJ, they finally got him. I think R. Kelly should have do what we tried to tell OJ to do was sit the hell down and shut the
Sit your
fuck
ass
up.
down. Sit your ass down somewhere.
But
But
R. Kelly was he's a musical genius. He brought a lot of music to all of us, man. And you just you hate to see people go down like this, but it brings you back to the point where it doesn't matter how much money you got, what your celebrity status is. You're still human, and when they're ready to touch you, they can touch you.
and that's what we as a people fail to realize. No matter how much money you have, no matter where your status is, they can bring you down. They can bring you down. You're not untouchable. So don't ever think you're untouchable. You need to know. You need to know that. I mean, the eye is on you. It may be you may be in a worse position than anybody else. I mean, just look at Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods got in an argument with his wife, bagged out, and wrecked his car.
True, true.
I don't know who hadn't done that. I don't
Yeah,
know. I mean, but it was him. It was him, and it cost him $100 million.
yeah.
You know,
All right, Pat. I know you watching, man. I sent you a link. If you can come on, brother, please come on. We can use a little legal angle with this, man, because is it even myself? I'm not fully understanding. If it was just, I guess, statutory rape or something, I would understand. But that whole Rico thing. It I know that you can, once you cross state lines, it's totally different. But once again, it just looks like they came after him. And why the parents are not being involved in this? Not just the parents, but his whole entourage.
his
Because a
whole
lot of people,
entourage, everybody. You know why? Because they testified against him.
yeah, that's true. But I mean, are they not doing any time or uh, lighter sentence or community service or nothing? They just gonna walk free from
You throw,
what
you,
they.
you, you throw back little fish to catch the big fish.
Hey, but sometimes the little fish got to come to the land and fight for your
R.
life too.
R. Kelly's road manager, whom he may be, is nobody. R. Kelly is somebody.
Right. But it's a lot of people that look the other way,
Absolutely.
and and just like I said, if you're doing RICO charges, that's stuff that we see with the mob, with gangsters when they're trying to get the top guy. You know, somebody flips and turns state's evidence, but some other people had to do some time too. So just as we upset or we look at R. Kelly and discuss for his personal decisions, we need to look at those parents. We need to look at that road manager and all that entourage, man. It's I know you're following the money trail, but it ain't just him. It's got to be more. And I wouldn't be. And I think we all know something like this happens in Hollywood a lot. In Hollywood and celebrity status and stuff like that. As I said, earlier, when they got Bill Cosby, true or not, there was, I feel like in the '70s, everybody was doing Quaaludes, and we all know the stories that we've heard about Club 54 and what they was doing in there. So, we got Patrick. I guess he getting ready to come in. I don't see a face, but we'll bring him in. Maybe. What's up, Pat?
Did you get a haircut?
You cut the fro?
Did you cut your hair?
I think he froze up, man. Pat, you there? Yeah, I think he a little froze up. He'll get it together.
He cut his hair. That's what happened.
Yeah. You froze up on us, Patrick. Can you hear us?
Not if you can hear us.
Can't hear you. All right, for those of you who don't know Patrick Morgan, as you said, Patrick Morgan is an attorney. I think he's based in Chapel Hill. He is a huge supporter of the show. He's actually been on the show with us several times. Patrick has also given us legal advice in regards to our platform when we had a little legal issue probably like a year ago with some clowns, some dirty birds in Atlanta. So, Pat, can you hear us, man?
I think he can hear us.
I'm not sure. But yeah, man, it's a crazy situation, man. And now as far as like I said, I think R. Kelly's gonna do some serious time.
As he should.
And when I say serious time, I'm probably saying over 20 years at least.
Yeah. I don't just right is right and wrong is wrong. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm not gonna take up for you. If R. Kelly did these things he was accused of, then he's where he needs to be. Simple as that.
True.
Again, you had an opportunity with his status. He could have easily. Is that Patrick? I hear you, Patrick. I hear echo.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, man, what's going on, fellas? I'm just
Chilling.
working on a little bit on a Sunday evening.
All right.
Where they do that? Chapel Hill.
That was done.
Chapel
Oh, he
Hill.
got the ponytail. He ain't cut his
ponytail.
Yeah.
Oh, we thought you cut your hair. You got the Steven Seagal on this motherfucker. He got the death wish.
As long as you ain't got the tight Steven Seagal pants on, you good.
I don't want to see you do this. Don't do that. None of that. No blocking.
Necessary.
So, Pat, man, I'm glad you was able to join us, man. I appreciate that. Give us a little insight on that RICO law, man.
Well, I don't know that much about it. I just know that when you cross state lines, you get involved in federal stuff. And, a crime, like one thing that you do can end up being charged in multiple ways, right? I mean, you might be more familiar with, say like a drug crime. You can get possession, transportation, sale, and delivery all out of one event. That's 4 different crimes. So with this trafficking thing, if he's involved in taking children back and forth, that's a federal crime. That's the trafficking, is sex trafficking. And if it goes across state lines, interstate commerce, which is where RICO would come in. I mean, I don't practice a lot of federal law, so that's a very rudimentary explanation. But I'm sure there's something behind it. The feds don't come with a whole lot of charges that they can't prove.
I have never said rudimentary in any sentence ever in fucking life. Now, I'm gonna use it though. I'm using it. I mean, I like that. That's a high power word. And you're right. From whatever experience I had, normally when the feds come and get you, you dead man walking.
Right.
You take the first plea they offer you and take your time. If you go to trial, you're risking what would be a 5 to 10 plea bargain, and they're gonna give you 17 years because you didn't take that plea. You're taking up that time. So if the feds come and get you, they're not playing. They are not the local police. They are not the city cops. They have you. They have evidence. They know where your girlfriend stays. They know where your sad spot is. They know your plug. They know your homeboy that don't sell drugs. You got everything in his name. They know all that. So just know that.
All right, we got D coming in. What's up, bro? Can you hear us, man?
Over those chips.
Yeah, I said Timmy. I'm just coming in. Timmy must be talking about them bird watchers.
Hey, listen. Stop it.
Hey, boy, they don't know about the bird watchers. They better recognize.
Hey, watch out. Watch out.
Bird watchers know everything, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Can't beat them.
Can't beat them.
So that's what you would say.
Right. Say what?
Right. I was just saying what Tim was saying about the feds when they get their case, because it's opposite in state court. They will arrest you and then they make their case. You know, they do their investigation. They're still getting evidence together. The feds, they wait until they've got their case and then they arrest you. They do their investigation first. And so, you know, they take a lot of pretty tight cases up. I mean, they don't.
Oh yeah.
They don't. You know, they drop the cases and don't arrest people if they don't think they can make it. So
that's what people don't understand, man. When them feds get on you, they got every agency looking at you, and these agencies know everything you're doing. They taking pictures, they getting receipts, they watching your moves, and they just building that case for the feds. Every agency, and they sending all that stuff to whoever fitting to lock you up. Like you said, they're not gonna waste time on it. When they stick you with it, they already know they got you. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, you already ready for the grease, bro.
Yeah, you already done because they got so many people watching you, and all the agencies be looking at you. So you can't outsmart them crap, man.
All right, so man. So D, I appreciate you joining us, man. So give me your opinion on the whole thing, man. All of us kind of touched on it already. How do you feel
about R. Kelly?
Well, about R. Kelly, about the trial, the case, the RICO.
First of all, 12 Play is gonna be my all-time favorite. I don't care what nobody say.
Yes, sir.
If when I was a single man, when you came to the house, the first song you heard was 12 Play.
Well, hey, sleeping on the couch tonight.
That's sex me. That's sex me.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you that 185 pounds. I'm trying to tell you that's the first thing. And I'm still
pounds. Listen, I had an old deep belly button, and I used to roll my stomach. Picture that.
And the thing about R. Kelly, like, as an artist, as an artist, I'm still a big fan of the shenanigans that he was doing. Bro, he gotta leave them young girls alone, man. But I blame the parents. I blame the parents more than I blame him, because I got cousins. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no nieces now. It's on the child, but I got little cousins, female cousins. I got a daughter. Man, if my kid was that young and I knew she was around somebody that old, it's a problem.
Oh, that's a problem.
My cousin or my family, it's a problem. He gonna have to talk to me about that. So I blame the parents, man. I think the parents. No, nobody did it until the money stopped coming. See, all of them was doing it about money. They thought them girls was gonna get all this fame and stuff like that. Yeah. Bro, ain't no 15-year-old girl need to be a grown man concert on stage letting him bump and grind on her. But these parents took this girl to do that at 15 years old. So that's their fault. That ain't him. They just as much blame as him. He's sick. He got an issue. Yeah. But the parents got an issue. They got a sickness. They were greedy.
All right, now
but you would never you would never keep my daughter from talking to me. Never. And if
Nah,
you were keeping her from talking to me, then it's gonna be a problem.
I'm coming to
Between
see
me
you.
and her and me and you.
I'm
Yeah,
coming
I'm
to see
coming
you.
quick.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Quick and heated.
Me
That's
and
what
Quick and
I,
hot.
that's the problem. We got that problem because of celebrity worship.
me and my backup singer's
Yeah.
coming.
Absolutely. Celebrity worship. That is it.
We don't. I mean, I love R. Kelly's music, and that's all good. But if he's got my daughter, I'm gonna whip his ass. I mean, I don't care who he is. You know, he ain't going. No, you're
Hey,
not anybody. If you
Absolutely.
I'm gonna call Chinatown News and tell them y'all just trail me because I'm finna go kick R. Kelly's chief in. Y'all just trail me.
yeah,
No, bro, don't be making no threats because we on the internet. So
Well, Demetri would have to go to jail to kick R. Kelly's teeth out. Because that's where he's going to be for a
right.
little while.
You may have to get in
it'll
If
be
line.
my
more than a
daughter was
little while.
there, if my daughter was there, I wouldn't care who knew I threatened her because it's gonna come to pass anyway.
True.
Same way with you, Tim. If your daughter was like that, you gonna go over there and it ain't nothing they gonna be able to do to stop
You already know. He can't hire enough security.
it.
Because I don't
Exactly.
have
That's
nothing
what
to
I'm
lose.
saying. So
I don't have nothing to
no.
lose at that point.
All right, so Pat, I got a question for you, man. So why, can these parents be charged now, or should I say, why? Even though they may have testified, um, i- i- is there some type of child endangerment or something? Shouldn't
Yeah,
they should
yeah,
answer for this too?
there are certainly charges that could be brought. They're less serious. They could be taken also to court about losing their parental rights for acting inconsistent with parent what you should do as a parent. So I would think that would be more likely. I mean, there's child abuse charges you get if you put a child in a place where they can be in danger. That's a criminal offense. I don't know if they'll pursue them or not. You
But,
know, a
but
lot.
I think all these women are grown now. So
Right.
Well,
can anything be done since I know Dana had the question earlier about the statute of limitations.
Well,
Um,
so here in North Carolina, it would be 2 years on a misdemeanor. So if those 2 years are up and hadn't been charged from the time that it was discovered, so whenever somebody discovered it, 2 years, so most likely those charges are not going to happen. But they also might have needed those parents to cooperate, to get R. Kelly.
and that's what I was going to say. I'm by no means am I an attorney, but I do understand that if these parents help the case in any way by testifying or getting any information, um, as payment for that cooperation, the feds would not charge them, and that may be how they got the information. Like, look, you gave your kid to this predator. We're gonna charge you unless you tell us everything about the case. And that's what people do. Now, that's not saying the state can't come back and get them, but again, it's small fish in a big pond. R. Kelly is the big fish. He's it would do the state, any of the states, no good to get a parent of a now 30 or now 40-year-old person for child endangerment 20 years ago. Nothing. So the likelihood of parents getting charged is slim to none, in my opinion.
okay, but it did what good did it do to go after Bill Cosby? That was 40 years ago.
That a lot of that was monetary. A lot of people didn't want Bill Cosby to go to jail. They just wanted Bill Cosby to pay. When you bring things to people's attention, people with money, the thing that they do is they pay. They pay you to be quiet. And I guess Bill Cosby didn't pay, or they told the right information to the wrong person. You know,
And
Hey, but think
instead
about
of
it now.
giving
They're gonna have to pay Bill Cosby. They're
well,
gonna have to
no,
pay
Bill
Bill Cosby
has
now.
a case going on now, so
They
he
came after Bill. I think they came after Bill Cosby. The
yeah, Bill's got a
all
civil case coming at him now.
had the
Yeah,
evidence.
they about
You
to
know,
pay Bill.
but I'm
No,
saying the
Bill
charges were brought
hasn't
when
paid
they
him.
had evidence,
yeah,
right? So that's, I mean, you know, I I loved Bill Cosby all my life and the Cosby Show, but man, if you're putting stuff in people's drinks to have sex with them, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. Again, we don't have to worship the celebrity. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are good people. There's a lot of black men, fathers, role models out there that we can celebrate. We don't have to keep Bill Cosby on a pedestal just because he was funny as hell and he entertained us for most of our lives. And he meant a lot he meant a lot to me. I know he was part of that era of in the 80s of Black is Beautiful and a lot of pro-black stuff that he was putting out that was a beautiful thing, but that does not excuse you taking liberties with a woman. We have to say no to the rape culture at some point. And
Patrick, I'm with you on that. To me, child molesters, rapists are people that need the harshest punishment. I can understand why you would be a drug dealer because you grew up with nothing and you had aspirations of having money. But to rape a woman or to molest a child I can't excuse that. There's no reason for that other than it's a sickness. So you choose to do that, you choose to hurt a child or rape a woman, then you need to get that. If to me, if a man forcibly rapes a child or a woman, he should get the death penalty. That should be, because it's you can't fix that. You can't fix that. I mean, if I get in a fight with you, Pat, me and you, we drinking at the bar, we get in a fight, I punch you, you fall and hit your head and die. I was drunk, two guys fighting, you died. Give me my time. That can be fixed. But if I go pick up a little girl at a bus stop and take her and have sex with her, that cannot be fixed. That is a sickness, and I should be punished for that. How I feel. That's just the way I feel. I feel like the justice system is not balanced as far as sentencing for the crime. A lot of people have done a lot of time for things they did out of necessity. And I think sometimes we get lighter sentences for things that we do that are just choices. And that's what's wrong with the legal system for me.
Right. Right. And we have a problem with who they're going after. Right. It's not like Cosby shouldn't pay for what he did, but there's other people out there that don't have the same skin color that have done it for years. And I think we probably maybe even had a president that was doing it, and they're not going to pay. And that's the injustice I think that a lot of us feel. And so, but it's not an excuse for Cosby. It's just like, look, we need justice for others.
Well, I mean, a lot of things that now, something that I did research is that what a lot of people don't know, we all know Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields posed nude at 10 years old for Playboy.
Wow.
Now, as she's 10 years old, had to get the okay from the parents.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's
and
wow.
Playboy
Crazy.
And Hugh Hefner's Hugh is dead.
Wow.
But there's still an issue, and we never heard anything about that.
How did Hugh die?
We don't talk about
natural causes.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Viagra's natural.
Yeah, natural causes.
We don't hear about Jerry Lee Lewis, who was with an underage woman. He ended up marrying her, I think. I think
Elvis Presley.
No. I'm gonna tell you who's worse. Was it Dustin Hoffman that raped his adopted child and then married her?
Woody Allen.
That was Woody Allen.
Yeah. Well, that's all. That is bad. My daughter now is of age, and she had friends that were her friends when she was 10 and 12. They are now adult women. When I look at them, I see them at 12 years old because they are still that child to me. Because I'm not a sicko. People don't understand that. It's, to me, if you see a child, if you watch a child grow up, that child is off limits. Even if you're 50 and they're 30, you still saw them grow up.
Yep.
That's just my personal opinion. I'm sorry if I rub people the wrong way. It's just, it is what it is. Because I've heard stories like guys see a girl, the guy's 50 and the girl is 28, and he's like, shit, I knew you was gonna be fine when you was little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
That's
thinking.
the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
True. And the thing about that, man, is as fathers, and I had my stepdaughter. I still, she's 30. I still don't like none of her boyfriends.
Absolutely.
And not saying that some older guys are trying to holler at her, which I'm pretty sure she might get a few older guys in the inbox, but I don't like none of them. So that's just the dad in me, I guess.
Yeah.
And
I
I
want another thing too.
apologize for that.
This is a public service announcement to women. Watch who you bring around your children. You meet a guy at the club, you know nothing about him, you bring him around your kids, he around your kids. You go to the store to buy him some beer, he touched your child. Be careful with that.
Shit.
Please.
Not just
Please.
women, parents in general.
Parents in general. I do apologize. Parents in general, we trust people with our kids more than we should. We have too many. We have trust in strangers, and that's a problem for me.
And then when your kid says something to you about it, believe them.
True.
You damn right. You damn right.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
You damn right.
Yes.
Y'all,
I can't.
You're over there, bro.
Yeah, you beatboxing.
no, I'm just saying because my daughter. Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
Because
Now.
my daughter Bree is 23, 5.
That's the liquor
Bree
kicking in
26.
right there.
No, Bree 26, right? And my daughter, like, she's beautiful to me. And she's a pretty girl. And she came down the other weekend. She was like, it's some creeps there. And I was like, what are you talking about? It's like older guys. And these are guys that's my age, a little bit younger than me, that see me, speak to me, talk to me. And she tell me, like, you know what I'm saying? She told me about this one particular. And the whole part of me was like, when I see this cat, I'm gonna smack the spit out of his mouth. Just for even being in my, because she had told him like, yo, what is wrong with you? I mean, you just look good. I love, dog.
Yeah, we need to pay whoever that is a visit. We're gonna bring the backup band too.
I have not. My daughter hadn't told me anything like that, and I think it's because she knows that I'm real quick. I got a quick temper and quick draw, but that's awful. I mean, it's not just that. I mean, people in general, there's some ain't shit people out here. Period. Point blank. Whether it's your daughter, your wife, your girlfriend, your ex-girlfriend, whatever, guys that you think you cool with and you have a certain rapport with, they move differently.
Right.
For me, this world is full of women. It's enough women out here that I don't have to date Mont, Demetrius, or Patrick's ex because I know them.
Right.
Certain people are off limits. Period. It's just off limits for me because that's how I'm built. I'm built like that. I don't want to do that. If I'm dating somebody that you were serious about and we're good friends, how can I bring her around you? So in order to not start that, just don't get involved with them. There's enough people out here in this world that you don't have to backtrack. You don't have to backtrack.
All right, now let's flip it.
Yeah.
Now we're all men, and I know we have a lot of women that are watching, and we have a lot of mothers. So let's flip the scenario. Suppose it's an older woman, trying to mess with a 15-year-old kid. Now, I'm just gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
You know, as men, we would probably be like, "Shit, go ahead, do your thing, son." But I know them damn mothers. I know the mothers gonna have a different opinion about that. So,
Uh, but
for all my mothers that are watching or women that are watching, please hit us in the comments on your opinion of that. If the situation
Hey,
was
it'll be a problem. It'll be a problem for me, dog. My son,
can I
28, and it'll be
can
a
I chime
problem.
in? Can I
It'll be a
chime in?
problem.
go ahead, Tim.
And I'm gonna chime in. I'm gonna be more than honest with you. 16-year-old, a 16-year-old guy is looking for a watering hole. A 16-year-old girl is looking for the love of her life. That is the difference for me.
Okay, but mom ain't gonna see it that way. Mom gonna see it the way we see this R. Kelly thing.
Yeah,
Or
I mean, and I'm definitely not saying it's right. I'm definitely not saying it's right. But a 16-year-old boy, he is getting everything out of that interaction that he wants. Trust me. A young lady at that age is wanting somebody. She sees her future. She sees her knight in shining armor. And she's being physical with this person because she thinks that that's going to be the last person she loves. In my opinion, I'm sorry if I look at it like that, but and I'm not saying it's okay for a woman to do that. I'm just saying if it's gonna be something like that, I'd rather it be a woman on a young guy.
all right, we got a comment from Ella. She's like she would have to see me. See that's what I'm saying. You know, the mothers is not gonna be good with that. You know, they you know the you know we all know how mothers are kind of protective over their boys.
Yeah,
Mothers are protective over their boys. So and like you said, Timmy, you know, a 16-year-old boy, 15-year-old boy, you know, he looking for something different than say a 15-year-old, 14-year-old girl is gonna be looking for.
yeah. We didn't have a really hot teachers anyway.
No, who was the Spanish teacher? Miss Wagstaff.
Miss Wagstaff, boy. Hey, Miss Wagstaff, and then what was Mrs. What was the black teacher we had? We had the black teacher taught. I think it was science. You know, Coach Hendricks was in the room all the time. You remember?
I don't remember.
You remember? You remember
Miss
Party?
Yeah, that's it. Miss Party.
She was a
chilling coach.
Yeah.
Y'all had to excuse us. We went back in history.
Yeah. Miss Party was she was all right. She had a nice shape. She had a kind of rotten tooth though on her.
Boy, you still
but she was kind of
what about Miss May? What about Miss May?
Man, go ahead.
In hindsight, I threw a tennis shirt on her and it had my wedding.
See, y'all done flew all the way off the rails now.
I don't have a problem with on the older woman because, you know, maybe as a 15-year-old boy ourselves, you know, we wouldn't have mind being thrown in that situation. Right. It doesn't make it any better for the older person, right? I mean, the older woman and the older man, both of them are wrong for doing that because there's a power imbalance there or something. Yeah. But you know, we don't feel like if you're 15 and you're a boy and you're having sex with, you know, a 35-year-old woman, you're going to be traumatized by it, right? It doesn't seem like that's going to traumatize you, but we do expect it to traumatize the 15-year-old girl. The reality is both of them could be traumatized by it.
True.
You know, but
the thing is, Pat. But the thing is, Pat, we've had issues where these teachers are messing with young boys, and the teachers may get a slap on the wrist or may lose the job or something like that. It seems like it may be a little bit of a double standard. And as I'm going through these comments, I ain't mean to cut you off, Pat, but as I'm going through these comments, as you see, these women ain't having it. These mothers is not having that.
Yeah. Hey, y'all better check y'all's girlfriend talking about you so cute, you so handsome. That's what you better watch out for. That's what your son got. That's what your son got them Jordans from.
Get that Apple
Pat,
card.
go ahead with what
Got
you
that
were saying,
$100
man.
Apple card.
No, I mean, I don't disagree with what you were saying, Mon. I just saying I think we take it as less of a thing for the boys because, you know, if we were wanting to be sexually active at that time, and you know, it just wouldn't have been. We didn't feel like it would have been traumatic, but I want to say that it could be.
Yeah.
It could be traumatic. Now I don't know. I mean, is there a double standard? Yes, there is in most of. For most things, there's a double standard with us.
Yeah.
Our culture and society. I don't know why they haven't brought charges against some of these teachers. I don't know. Maybe they didn't have a willing person to testify.
Well, I mean, we really ain't gonna get no boys to testify. I mean, look
They
at some
ain't
of
gonna
these
tell
teachers now.
I'm gonna tell y'all I'm gonna tell y'all, and you might want to go get extra credit. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
But yeah, man, it's like I was saying, man, it appears to be a double standard, but as Timmy said, you know, I think, you know, there's a huge difference between what a 14, 15-year-old, 16-year-old girl is looking for and what a 14, 15-year-old, 16-year-old boy is looking for. The real question is what are these older people looking for? What are these adults looking for from doing this, men or women? I mean,
I think it's control.
with men, I think we dignify that's a sickness that needs to be handled. Either dad need to hurt somebody, or they need to lock his ass up before dad hurts somebody.
Yeah, man. I think both sexes is a control. I mean, the men get these young women and they can control them and manipulate them. They can make themselves something that they probably weren't ever in life, you know. And as far as the women probably have no
Control
say.
and manipulate too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the women, they probably have no say so in their house. They are in a house with a dominant man. They get this boy and they make him do what they want, do their bidding. And I think that's it. I just think it's control. I mean, a lot of people have issues. They have daddy issues, mommy issues. It's in them, and they are living it out through whatever they have to do with these young people. I mean, if you never felt, if a woman never felt true love or never felt like she was really loved, and I mean, without a doubt, she gets this young boy who doesn't have anything. She could be his first. She wants to be his first and only. You know, that's strong. For somebody to love you, and that's the only person they've ever loved, is a fuel that not a lot of us have. At our age, if you're with somebody, they have loved somebody else. But if you grab this young, this adolescent, he hasn't loved anybody. So that love is 100% pure. And that's what some people are looking for. That's what they're looking for.
All right, I got a question in the comments from George. What's up, George? He says, "Do y'all think boys stay quiet if they were, I guess he means raped, because of manhood?" So, and I guess putting it into terms, do you think the boys wouldn't say anything because I guess it's the manly thing to do?
Are you talking about?
Hey,
Is
this
he talking
might
about
sound crazy
sex?
though.
Is he talking about same sex encounters or?
No, I guess let's keep. I'm talking about older women and younger boys.
Okay. Now,
I'm about to ask, can a boy be raped by a woman?
Yes, absolutely. If you trick somebody into having sex with you, that's rape.
How do you trick a 15-year-old
You
boy?
you take them to GameStop and buy them a PlayStation, whatever PlayStation it is. You tell them you don't have to work. Come on my house. I'll do your homework for you. You give them money. You send them to Celebration Station, let them ride go-karts, and then you have sex with them.
You speaking from experience?
Hey man, I still got some tokens. I still got some tokens. I still got tokens in Celebration Station. I, no, I mean honestly, I mean yes, a woman can rape a young boy.
But
I mean,
would we see it as that though? I mean, I know the mothers would,
you
but
would
as fathers,
as far as me,
as fathers,
I
we
see.
would
I don't
really
have a
see it as
son.
that.
I don't have a son. I have a young
Okay,
man that's really close to me, and I call him my son. And if he was
well,
17 and a 30-year-old woman had sex with him, I would not call it rape because at that point, I'd be like, "Look, you know what you're doing. Did you
all right,
enjoy it? Did you want to do it?"
okay. Well, we all have, we've coached kids.
Yes.
Suppose we hear this from one of our players that are, say, 15, right there at the borderline.
Okay.
Are we high fiving him for getting with the teacher? Or are we saying, that's wrong? You need to report her, tell somebody about this. You need
I
to
am.
tell your mother about this.
I am telling him that he needs to keep an open dialogue with his parents. He needs to tell his parents what's going on. Because me as a coach, I could approach that person and they could prepare their defense. I could interfere with them being prosecuted. I could give them enough heads up. But we tell this, if we go back and tell the parents, look, this is what little Johnny said. I don't know how true it is, but you need to look into that. I think that's what it is. I wouldn't high five him. I might high five y'all guys, but I wouldn't high five him because to me, I would be like, man, I don't know. I don't know if that's right. And he's not my child. He's my. I can't okay that. I can't even be okay with that. He needs to tell his parents. And I would put a bug in his parents' ear.
All right, Pat, how you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we should be high fiving, 15-year-old boys for having sex with anybody, really. I mean, if they're doing it and they're doing it safely, that's good for them, but they don't need to have pressure to do it. That pressure that turns people the wrong way, that makes them, they pursue women and girls as objects instead of as, people to be intimate with and to love. And so where's the love and the high five? I mean, I understand it. I'm not saying I never high fived anybody. I'm just saying that I don't think that's the way we should address it in general. And then when you've got somebody that's older, there's a power imbalance there. So the 15-year-old, they may be fine with it. They may come out just fine. But I'm not gonna, encourage it by giving my approval. I would question that they're doing something that's really, really good for them. Like, what about the girls their age?
Um, I'm gonna give my opinion. I would probably high five it. I'm just gonna be honest, and I know that's wrong, but this is about, we do this about telling it like it is. I would probably high five it. If it was my son, I would probably, kind of high five it, but with a little caution, because as a, I think Timmy might have said something about this earlier. As a 15-year-old boy, and you have sex with an older woman, you can get sucked into her real quick, and not in that sense, bro.
Stop.
Not in that sense, bro.
Stop. Stop.
But
Stop. Ooh.
you can get sucked into that woman real quick, and she may not have the feelings that this young man is going to start having, and so it could turn, it could turn to a real issue for that young man. So yeah, it would be totally wrong for me to high five him or give him props on that. But if he told me about it, I would definitely sit him down, have a talk with him, because that's going down a dangerous road. As somebody posted earlier, 15, you really ain't making the best decisions in the world, whether you're a boy or a girl. I know I did at 15. Hell, I didn't.
15, 25, 35,
Yeah,
45.
yeah. You know, so maybe that makes me look bad, but we all about being honest
And
and
if you're being
how it
honest, I
is.
mean,
You know what I'm
that's what
saying?
matters.
Um, I know a lot of people won't agree with it, but that's I'm just being honest. Yeah, that's wrong, but I probably would. Uh, but like as I said, him talking to me and that would definitely open up me and him having a real serious discussion because we I think we all know you really don't grow as a man. You don't start to grow as a man until you get that heart broke one good time.
Whew,
And
whew.
if somebody your age does it, you might can recover more than you can say with somebody who's older because she's older and you're gonna be more infatuated with her. In my younger days, you know, I did date some older women, not like in the 40s and shit, but maybe a few years older. Like when I was 20, I was dating someone for several years who was like 5, 6 years older than me. So
I
you
got
know,
I
it's
got some I got some
different.
stories to tell y'all. I got some stories to tell
Oh
y'all.
Lord, go
That's
ahead,
after
go
the
ahead.
show.
That's not at
That's
20
after the show. After the
Oh,
show is
okay,
the after party.
much.
okay.
I'm saying when you're 20, that's not that much. 5 or 6 years. It's a bigger 5 or 6 years when you're 15 is a bigger deal than when you're 20, right?
Definitely, Pratt. Definitely. Um, we have a comment from says Facebook user, so I guess they're keeping their stuff private. The girls that R. Kelly molested were underage and left in his care by the parents. The ladies were imprisoned in this home, were of the were of age, but all had the same childlike body structures. Uh, I'm not sure what the structures were. Anybody want to comment on that part? I'm sure they were. I, I want to say
They're
maybe
probably
they were kind of
small.
like in the
They,
form of a Leah thin
they
or
were real slim. He liked real slim girls. That's that. And now, leading until you see the information, he dealt with boys too. He just liked the adolescent body.
right. And she goes on. Well, this person goes on further to say those ladies were held against their will, forced to call him daddy, and perform hideous, disgusting acts. They feared his punishments and were manipulated into stating that they wanted to stay there. Now, I think that right there could probably add into those federal charges. That alone right there is probably what could get those RICO charges on him. I guess we don't have no comment on that.
I mean
But
that's absolutely right, and that's why I don't have anything particularly good to say about R. Kelly. I
right,
don't I don't need to save our conversation. I don't need to defend R. Kelly
right,
for all those reasons right there. What he did was wrong. If his music's still good, that's fine. His music's still
Yeah.
good.
yeah,
But if it was, imprisoning women, then that's like a sex trafficker.
yeah. That
You
that would
you
do it.
you would never see me with a shirt on say free R. Kelly, justice for R. Kelly. You will never see me with a shirt like that.
No, you'll never see that.
I mean, just personal. He he as a person is not a good person. He did some really bad things to some people and he hurt them for life. He damaged people. He wasn't alone in it. That's where I get the hiccup at. He was not alone. He did not act alone. People were quiet and watched this monster devour kids. And no, and they just stood there and watched it. So they to me are just as guilty as he is. But as an artist, I love his music. Always will. I did not stop watching The Cosby Show. When Michael Jackson was in his court case, I didn't stop listening to his music. When OJ was going through his trial, I never stopped saying he was one of the greatest running backs ever. When Tiger went through his stuff, I didn't ever say he wasn't a great golfer. We confuse the person with the personality. I like personalities. The person, I don't know. And that's why R. Kelly, I like, but Robert Kelly, whatever his name is, I don't know. And that's where we get confused. We think we know these people because we know their persona. And that's not who they are.
I have to agree with you on that. I have to agree with you on that. All right, man. Well, we've been at this for an hour, man. I appreciate all you guys coming on. Like D checked out, he probably had something to do with the kids. So he's already out of here.
That's that
So
Sunday,
what'd you say, Pat?
Sunday night football.
Well, his boys pulled it out today, so as you can see, when he came on, he made sure he had that that Washington Cup.
I saw that. But since we're doing all that, hold on.
Here we go. You found your Colts hat from about 12 years ago.
Hey, listen. That's new, man. Look, that's last year. That's 100. That's the 100. That's new. Y'all finally won. Y'all beat somebody, didn't you?
Come on, baby. We've been rolling.
Mm.
Rolling.
Who y'all got next week?
The Giants.
Y'all gonna lose to the Giants by 12 points.
Okay. Don't bet on it. All right, man. But Pat, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. It's always a pleasure, man. I definitely appreciate you giving us that legal terminology and that legal aspect to this discussion. Anything you want to say, closing out, brother?
Just, I appreciate the invite, and I don't know how much I had to add, but I'm looking forward to, hearing more of these sessions about, building Black wealth and improving Black community. That's right, Timmy, exactly. So, I appreciate y'all doing what you do, and it's entertaining as well. Okay, so. Thanks for including me, man.
No problem, man. We appreciate that Steven Seagal look too. All right, Pat, man. You have a good evening, man. I definitely appreciate it. All right, dog. It's just me and you left.
I see.
Anything you what you want to close out with? It ain't got to be about R. Kelly. It can be
Man,
whatever.
it is man. Every time that I get the opportunity to spend time with Patrick, it's refreshing. He is not offended by you or myself loving and wanting to uplift our culture. He is not offended by it. It does not affect how we view him, and it does not affect how he views us. Man, listen, I'm getting emotional, man, because you don't get that much. You don't get people don't understand that just because I love us means I hate anybody else. I love us because so many people don't love us. And we need it, man. We need a push. We need to know that it's okay to be proud to be what we are, because that's the only thing you are. That is the only thing you are. You are what's in the mirror. That's what you are perceived as. You, no matter what you have in your bank account, no matter how many degrees you have, no matter how many guns you have, no matter how good you can fight. The only thing you are is what you appear to be, and I can't hide what I appear to be. I appear to be what I am, and for somebody that doesn't look like me to be okay with me saying I'm happy to be me is a good thing. It's a sign. It's a start of what could be magical, man. If we had more people that had their eyes open, and not their heart filled with hate, then it'd be a good world. Again, Patrick, man, you're all right. If you ever need me, you got me, and that's real. Outside of that, man, I think the show was pretty good.
Good discussion.
Man, it was, man. It was, man. And we have to. This is what we have to do. We have to bring this stuff out and put it in the open. And I like the interaction with the people watching. I like that's what we need. We want the interaction. We want you guys' opinion so we can talk about it, so you can be heard. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold you up, man. Good show. Same thing next Sunday. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yep.
We're gonna try to get it. We might have to change the time, be a little earlier next Sunday, but we're gonna try our best, man.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
All right. As for me, man, really no closing arguments, man. Just want to throw this reminder out there that we are taking donations for our toy drive for Christmas for the kids. We set a goal for, we want to have toys for 500 kids.
Okay.
That's 250 boys, 250 girls.
Gotcha.
So I'm not sure how we're gonna do it as far as giving them out. I know last year we kind of went to the apartment complexes in Reedsville and gave out some stuff. Went to the barbershop, gave out some stuff, man. But we were able to get gifts and toys for about 85 kids, I think, last year.
Yeah.
And that was just us putting that together within less than a month's time.
Yeah.
So we're starting early this year. So I think Demetrius put the Cash App up earlier this week on the page. But as always, you can inbox me, Timmy, or Demetrius. If you got some toys, or if you want to donate just money, we're gonna make sure it goes to the toys. Please understand it is not something that is going in our pockets. We are serious about this goal that we set, and we're gonna do everything to reach that goal. Also, with this being breast cancer awareness month, I really want to bring on some women who have gone through that ordeal, who are breast cancer survivors. Let them tell their story. So if anybody's watching, if you are a breast cancer survivor and you want to tell your story, please come on. Please don't be afraid to get in contact with any one of us and come on, tell your story. Or if you know somebody who wants to tell their story, or you know somebody who has a great story to tell in regards to the treatment or how they beat it, by all means, please get in touch with us. And we want to get them on, and we want to have them tell their story, give them a platform. And that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah. Before we get off, we have a patriarch that is sick in Reedsville, and I just want everybody to just say a little prayer. I'm not gonna say her name. She is somebody. The name rings loud in Reedsville. And she is sick, so just put a word of prayer out. You don't need to know who you're praying for. If you're praying right, you don't need to know why or who. Just say a prayer for anybody that's sick.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, and we definitely gonna say a prayer out for those in need, and for those who feel they're not in need. These are crazy times we living in, so prayer for everybody helps. All right, brother. Well, man, I appreciate you taking time out your evening coming on.
Ain't no problem, man.
All right, y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in. As always, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please become a member of the page. Look for us on Sundays, Sunday evenings, around 7 p.m. We're going to do our damnedest to try to get this thing back to being here every Sunday. We're going to try. I really want to get back to doing it live, all three of us together.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. So for my man D who checked out, for my man Patrick, and for my man Timmy T, I'm Big L. We said what we said. Peace, y'all.